We're shifting focus now. Mauritius is getting the Chagos Island back. The United Kingdom has finally agreed to hand over the archipelago to Mauritius, but it will keep the biggest island of Diego Garcia for 99 more years. The question is why? Because it houses a UK-US joint military base. My colleague Garcia Airbase brings you all the details on the significance of these islands in the Indian Ocean.
Well, the Chagos archipelago comprises more than 60 islands and it lies south of the Maldives in the Indian Ocean. Diego Garcia is the biggest island in the Chagos archipelago with an area nearly 32 square kilometers. Now, the V-shaped coral island had a population of around 924 in the year 1966. And these were mostly contract farm workers on copra plantations. Since the 1970s, Diego Garcia has been used as a joint base by the UK and the US militaries, while the Chagos Islands have been British-owned, UK-owned. Now, the placement of Diego Garcia makes it an important strategic location in the Indian Ocean. Telling you more about this, it lies around 1,900 kilometers to the northeast of the Mauritian coastline and nearly 500 kilometers to the south of the Maldivian archipelago. It is nearly 1,800 kilometers away from the southern tip of mainland India in Kanyakumari. Now, these islands were uninhabited until the late 18th century when the French brought in slave labor from Africa and India to work in the newly established coconut plantations. In 1814, France ceded the islands to the British. They were part of Mauritius under UK rule before UK constituted the British Indian Ocean Territory in 1965 and detached the Chagos Islands in the year 1965. Well, when Mauritius gained independence in 1968, Chagos Islands remained with UK. Well, Mauritius has been asserting its rights for the islands since then, since 1968. In 2019, UNGA adopted a resolution demanding that the United Kingdom unconditionally withdraw its colonial administration from the area, and India voted in favor of Mauritius. India has been a long supporter of Mauritius' claims on the islands, and in 1974, when US began to plan the joint base in Diego Garcia, the then Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, called it a threat to India. Let me quote her. She said, "India faces increasing external dangers because of the activities of some powers who are planning to set up a nuclear base in the Indian Ocean."
And to get us some perspective, we also spoke to Ambassador Anil Vadva. He's a former Secretary Ministry of External Affairs and has served as the Indian ambassador to Belarus, Italy, Thailand, Oman, Poland and also Lithuania. Listen to his insights.
Well, as far as India is concerned, I think Diego Garcia and in fact the Chagos Islands are strategically located in the sea lanes of communication. Also, as far as the UK is concerned and the United States is concerned, it has been a long-standing strategic base on which they have had turnaround facilities and also Air Force bombers. And that sort of gives them a wide reach into the Indian Ocean area, where in times of conflict, they can easily rely on this base to scramble resources from that point. And therefore, for UK as well as the United States, this becomes extremely important. Now, of course, the viewpoint from India has changed over the years because of the Chinese aggressive activities which have started since the last decade or so. And the Chinese presence in the Indian Ocean has also grown. Looking at these activities in the current circumstances, as far as India is concerned, and also as far as US and UK are concerned, this could be the best outcome that has come about with an amicable settlement, I would say, between the Mauritian government and the UK on the use of Chagos and Diego Garcia in particular. Going forward, I think the grant, the trust fund, which will be set up by the UK to facilitate relocation of the Chagosians on this island, should in fact help the Mauritian government to develop the islands, while at the same time making sure that Diego Garcia is not come in the way of bilateral relationship with the UK. So I think it's a win-win situation on both sides. India also should be quite satisfied with the outcome. And as you rightly said, India was playing a role in bringing about this amicable settlement.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.